It's been 2 years since I made my car camping video from New York City, and I am back in the van in New York City, this time in Brooklyn. So I'm very hot in here. It's probably 10:30-ish, and it's already so hot. Like, the sun is just beating the windows with the shades in it. That's why it looks like it is, because I still have my shades up. And my fan just died. This is what I was using. I just need to plug it in, but I don't have the cord with me. I think it's probably maybe in the front, and I just don't have, it's not easily accessible right now because I'm trying to be discreet. I put this on. This is another fan that I use out and about. It just makes a lot of noise, so I turned it off. So here we go. Yeah, so I just wanted to do another little video about car camping in New York City. Last time I did it, I was working in the city for a short event, and I was car camped in Queens near a friend's apartment. In that video, I talked about how difficult it was with the alternate side parking, having to move every day where I was. And in the comments, a lot of people mentioned that I should check out Brooklyn. So that's kind of the reason why I'm here. I have a lot of places on my list to check out that are in Brooklyn, and it's like restaurants and places to check out. So I was like, maybe I should just car camp in Brooklyn for a few nights so I can check out some places around here. And so that's why I'm here. But then last year, I made friends with someone who lives in New Jersey, and they have a driveway, and they are in a place that doesn't have alternate side parking. So I stayed in my van at their place for a few nights, and then stayed inside as well. So this time I was like, I want to stay in the van, and so I was like, let's go to Brooklyn. I checked the iOverlander app to see where other people have been kind of staying in Brooklyn, because I checked out my comments from that last video, and people were saying Manhattan Beach or Williamsburg, and Manhattan Beach is a little bit further away, so I wanted to stay a little bit closer to like a subway. So iOverlander had lots of places, and I just looked at some spots that people had stayed at more recently, and I found this spot. And they do have the street sweeping here, but I ended up getting here like Thursday and got on a spot that is it was like a Thursday morning thing, and so I'm good. I haven't had to move, and it's Sunday now, and then I'm gonna be going to my friend's place. So I was here for 3 nights, didn't have to move the car, so that was great. And it's in I think a really good location next to a park. Obviously it's still busy, but maybe not as busy, and there is like a public bathroom somewhat nearby, so that is also a definite bonus. Obviously, I'm fully contained in here in the van. I have my little pee bucket, and since that last video, I do have like a toilet if I needed to go. I would have that as well, but usually able to time things to be able to use like a proper bathroom. I'm trying to be more discreet than I would be if I was just camping on public lands, or even just like in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. So I have my shades up at all times. When I enter and exit the van, I'm just checking to see, and luckily it's not that busy, so I am able to usually get in and out without people. I usually can't see anybody, and I have been staying out pretty late, and so able to come back late at night when there's even less people out, so that's also a bonus. But the thing that's different this time is that it's still quite hot out. And so I'm finding that I have to get out of the van fairly quickly in the morning because it just becomes too hot. Like, I am sweating right now being in here. It's so hot. And this little fan, like USB powered fan, is good, but it's still not enough. And during the night it's fine. Like, I even use my blanket at night, not my sleeping bag because that's too much, but I have like a little light blanket that I use at night because it's, I don't know, probably in the 60s at night. And so I don't need the fan at night. It's mostly like right now, but I just need to get out of the van. And I think this location here is probably better than where I was in Queens before, obviously with the parking. And I think, the further out I get, could possibly even be better, but then you deal with having to maybe have to take a bus to get to a subway, or, I also do city bike or do a long walk. So it just kind of depends on like your intentions are for where you are wanting to visit around. So I also haven't taken a shower since my last pet sit, so it's been a few days, but I have some wipes that I use, and I have noticed that because I've been wearing sandals, that my feet are really gross at the end of the night. So I make sure to like really try to clean my feet at the end of the night. And the van is very messy right now. I've got clothes like all over the place. But again, it's something I can deal with because it's only a few days. I'm going to my friend's place tonight. I'll have a shower and I'll be able to reorganize things there. So let's see, anything else? I guess maybe one downside of being right next to a park is I think that they were having like a farmer's market yesterday on Saturday, and which I like should have figured. And so I noticed I just kept hearing like shoveling noises like right outside my van, and when I looked to leave, I saw that someone had like erected a tent just like right outside my van and had like these compost bins and stuff that people were dumping stuff into. So normally I would exit out of this door onto the sidewalk, but since there was a woman like in the tent just like right there, I was like, let me exit out of this side onto like where the bike lane and the road is, so she wouldn't like see me get out, and that was fine. So yeah, I mean, people in the comments were, as usual in that last video, they were like, you've got your some people that are like, oh, I do that, or I'm looking at doing that, or I would never do that, and watch out for this and this and this. And it's like, look, you will not find someone that's more discreet and conscious of things than me. Like, I have been living this lifestyle for a long time, and not necessarily like in the van, even though I've been doing that for years too. Before that, I was in a car that like was more visible than this, where my windows were not even tinted for that, and I was like sleeping like in the passenger seat. And so it's like, I think a lot of people mention in these comments what they are afraid of, but it's like, you haven't done it. I have this lived experience actually doing it, and once you actually do it, you realize it's not as scary, it's not as difficult as people might have you think. So you just have to do it to be able to learn like what you should and should not do. You find that yes, people are aware, but I know I'm in here. People are not assuming that someone is in their van. Like, obviously if I popped out and someone walked by, they would turn and see me, maybe see my bed, But that's why I look out my windows before to see if anybody's coming before I exit. Sometimes it doesn't always work. Like, I think yesterday when I got out that side, I opened it and then I like made eye contact with someone that was passing by, and it was like, it is what it is. But they don't know the story. You know, I could have just been in here, you know, they don't know I'm sleeping in here. I could have just been getting something in my car for all they know. Like, people are aware, yes, but they're not thinking in that way, right? Because this is out of the box. People are not thinking that people are sleeping in their cars. They would just be like, oh, that she's getting something in the back seat, you know? So that's to my advantage of using that assumption, right? So that's what I was trying to get at in that last video. And having the minivan is obviously more discreet than having a high top van, like the Sprinters. Like, those are more recognizable as vans that people stay in now. And so having a minivan, people aren't thinking that someone is in there. So that is to my advantage, and that is a bonus of having a smaller van like this to do things like this when you are on the streets of places. And that was one of my main things, is I want to be more stealth in that way, to be able to kind of park anywhere and stay in here. And so I feel very comfortable in here. I feel very safe. I lock my doors. Yeah, so if you just are always aware, you find your comfort level of what you're comfortable with. And for me, like, this works for me. Oh, that's what I was saying earlier about it's not easy. Like, obviously I'm probably not as clean as I want to. Like, I don't have a mirror to look at when I'm getting ready, but you know, I don't wear makeup. Like, I have a fairly basic skincare thing. Like, obviously I'm not able to do what I would be able to do if I had a sink, but I mean, again, that's just, I don't do that when I'm backpacking either. So I'm not able to do my hair in here. Like, you know, so it is what it is. Thanks for watching, and who knows, maybe, yeah, I mean, I've never done this in Manhattan, so maybe that will be a future video where I actually like try my luck doing this somewhere in Manhattan. So, and I could just do it for a night, 2 nights, 3 nights, you know, it doesn't have to be a long time. So let me know in the comments if there's other places I should car camp in New York City. And until next time, bye. All right, this is on 0.5 to be able to see things. So I'm just gonna show you around what things look like. So here's this curtain that I have to block the front. As you can see, it's not completely closed off, so there are gaps, but from the outside, like, you don't see like that gap. You're just not able to like really see into the van, and so I don't think people question that. So yeah, like I said, the van is very messy right now. So my fridge is under there, I've got some groceries in here, here's the bed. These are all, you know, Reflectix shades that I have black contact paper on the back side of it.